Titian's fierce erotic paintings, Venus, Danae, Diana and Actaeon, Perseus and Andromeda. In the heart of the Venetian Renaissance, one painter pushed storytelling, beauty, and emotion further than almost anyone before him. His name was Titian. Across a remarkable series of paintings known as his poesy, Titian reimagined myths from ancient poetry and transformed them into powerful visual dramas. These works were commissioned for King Philip II of Spain, and they are not just illustrations of myth, but deeply emotional moments of change, desire, fate, and transformation. Titian called them poesy, meaning poems in paint. And that word is essential, because each painting feels like a single verse, capturing a decisive moment when everything changes forever. These stories come largely from Ovid's Metamorphoses, a collection of myths centered on transformation. In Titian's hands, transformation is never abstract. It is physical, emotional, and often irreversible. In Danae, we witness one of the most intimate and controversial moments in classical mythology. Danae is visited by Zeus in the form of a shower of gold. In that instant, she is impregnated, and the future hero Perseus is conceived. But Titian does not treat this as a distant myth. He brings us into the private space of her chamber. The curtain is drawn back. We are no longer observers, we are intruders. Danae lies on a disheveled bed, her body rendered with extraordinary softness and humanity. She is not idealized in a cold, perfect way. Instead, she feels alive, vulnerable, and real. The colors around her, muted greens, deep reds, and soft blues, create a dreamlike atmosphere, almost dissolving the boundary between reality and myth. Even the presence of her maid emphasizes her isolation. Danae exists in a world of her own, completely absorbed in this divine, irreversible moment. Titian removes unnecessary detail, allowing emotion and sensation to take control. The scene becomes less about narrative explanation and more about experience. Then we move to Andromeda, chained to a rock, exposed and powerless before a sea monster sent as punishment by the gods. Her body is bound, but her fate is not yet sealed. In the distance arrives Perseus, the hero, already connected to Danae's story, since he is the child born from that earlier divine encounter. Myth collapses time here. What we saw as conception becomes rescue. What was beginning now returns as salvation. Perseus frees Andromeda just in time, breaking the chains that hold her. The tension in the painting is not only physical but temporal. We are witnessing the exact moment between destruction and rescue, between fear and survival. Next comes Venus and Adonis, one of Titian's most emotionally charged compositions. Venus, goddess of love, lies beside Adonis, her mortal lover. She is fully devoted to him, yet he is already turning away. He prepares to leave her for the hunt, a decision that will lead to his death. What makes this scene powerful is its quiet inevitability. Venus tries to hold him, to stop him, but Adonis is pulled by another desire, another fate. Titian captures the exact moment of separation, not the departure itself, but the emotional fracture before it happens. There is no dramatic explosion. Instead, there is tension and stillness. Love and loss exist in the same frame. Finally, we come to Diana and Actaeon, perhaps the most violent and tragic of the series. Actaeon, a hunter, accidentally stumbles upon the goddess Diana while she bathes. In a moment of divine anger, she transforms him into a stag. His punishment is immediate and irreversible. He will be hunted and torn apart by his own dogs. Here, Titian captures the exact instant of discovery, the moment when sight becomes fate. A single glance changes everything. The beauty of the scene turns into destruction within seconds. What is remarkable is how Titian balances sensuality and danger. The bathing figures are beautiful, almost serene, yet the punishment is brutal and final. It is this contrast that gives the painting its emotional force. Across all these works, Titian is not simply telling stories. He is showing transformation as experience, love turning into loss, innocence turning into punishment, desire turning into destiny. His brushwork becomes looser, more expressive, almost dissolving form into atmosphere. He is less concerned with perfect detail and more focused on emotional truth. The viewer is not just looking at myth, we are inside it. And that is why these paintings endure. They are not frozen illustrations. They are living moments, charged, unstable, and deeply human.